So people have got trust in Cosmos for 118 years. Any banking financial institution is based on the deposit, that is means the trust of the depositors in the bank. And we have proved it for 118 years. We were into the southern region in 4 states, that is Telangana, Andhra, Tamil Nadu, and Karnataka. But with this merger, particularly in the Bangalore city, we will be having stronger foothold in Bangalore. Cooperative movement in Karnataka is the third largest cooperative movement in any state. First is Maharashtra, second is Gujarat, and third is Karnataka. The experience of banking with cooperative banks or urban cooperative banks is altogether different than banking with the nationalized bank or the commercial bank. That best experience of a cooperative culture with all the technology support of the private bank, commercial bank, nationalized bank can now be experienced by the about 75,000 account holders, customers of National Cooperative Bank from today onwards. We are working on centralized banking solution, which is Finacle 10 of the Infosys. Cosmos was the first in 2003 to have this centralized banking solution in the banking sector. We are second largest by net worth, means owners fund. Banks' own fund are the second largest in the urban cooperative banking sector. Our importance in the region would be to have more kind of retail loan. We define retail loan as a loan less than 1 crore of rupees, which will mitigate the needs of the small traders and businessmen at a very competitive rate and fast track decision making process. All our lending is decentralized. Our deposit mobilization can also be enjoyed by the depositors because we have different kinds of various products to suit their investment needs. Depositors are looking for shorter period, longer period, family deposits, senior citizen deposits, institutional deposit. For each of this, we have got different kind of solution. From today, we have launched two deposit scheme. One scheme is termed as 123, means tenure is 123 days. 123, 123 days. And second scheme is 456. Very easy to remember. Scheme second is 456, that is 456 days. The return on this is 7% per annum, and which is having a net effect of ROI of 7.03. And in case of a longer duration, that is 456 days, 456, the interest offer is 8.1, that is the highest, which is giving the yield of 8.33 approximately to the depositors to suit their needs of investment and having a bucket of small term as well as the long term, getting the best benefit out of their surplus funds. This is the highest rate of interest provided by any regulated bank by Reserve Bank of India in urban cooperative banking sector, nationalized bank, and the commercial bank as on this day. This is for a shorter window period, which is from 13th to 18th of this month, and it is available particularly to compensate part of the loss that has been incurred or suffered by the depositors of the National Cooperative Bank while receiving lesser rate of interest for last 1 year. So we are trying to minimize their pains while takeover. One further announcement that we have made yesterday, which is applicable from today, is the old contracted rate of the depositors of the National Cooperative Bank, which is even higher than this rate of interest, which is 8.25, 8.50, 9, 9.50, 10, 10.25 up to 11, is also continued for those old depositors with those deposit holding with them for a residual period. So whatever days are remaining, they are entitled to get old contracted rate, which is normally not offered by any bank. But our board has taken a precaution that to protect their interest and their concerns and to address their concern properly, we have decided to continue the old contracted rate for the old deposit receipts. What Cosmos has taken the responsibility of the depositors is to the tune of 800 crores of rupees. Those depositors, those who were not covered by DICGC insurance. DICGC insurance was cover available to the depositors of deposit value less than 5 lakhs of rupees. DICGC has already paid 600 crores of rupees, 600 crores of rupees to the depositors. Cosmos has taken a responsibility or underwriting not only of 800 crores of rupees, but even the deposit which are repaid by the DICGC to the extent of 600 crores is also taken up by the Cosmos. So Cosmos has protected the interest of the depositors, not only those who are remaining uninsured portion, but also which was covered under DICGC. So total in the NCB merger with the Cosmos, Cosmos has protected about 1,450 crores of rupees depositors' interest is protected. This is our practice, this is our know-how, this is our insight, this is our skill set of giving the best banking services to the society. Till this date, as my chairman just referred, we have merged 19 weak banks and protected the interest of the depositors, insured as well as uninsured. Besides that, who is going to run the bank? The employees of the National Cooperative Bank, those who have served these depositors for last so many years and dedicatedly served, they will be continuing, they will be absorbed with the Cosmos. But substantial amount of training and infrastructure needs to be provided by the Cosmos. We are already provided it. So all technology support will be experience of the Cosmos Bank will be available to the depositors and account holders of the National Bank. And the best practices in the industry, in the cooperative banking sector, best practices are and hence after will be followed in the NCB. This will give more assurance to the depositors that their money is in safe hand, which will be deployed and used by the bank for the real needy people, and it will have a correct credit call and distribution of loan system and the recovery system, which will protect the interest of the depositor in the long run, as we have already protected depositors' interest of the weak bank as well as our bank for last 118 years. So this is particularly a different experience which account holders of the National Cooperative Bank, which is one of the three top I learned big bank from the Karnataka, that experience will be there hence after for the enjoyment of the account holders. All account will be now shifted to financial system, and seamless operation systems have started right from the first day, and this is our practice, we are used to it, and our inorganic growth contributes to 53% business of the Cosmos. So our own branches are only 47, 53% of the branches and the business is from the merged bank, which we convert successfully, we make a turnaround and we make them comfortable at par with our other 43%, 47% branches. This is our USP, which will be available to be experienced by the Bengaluru citizens. Any questions? Any questions? Loans distributed and which are a huge NPA carried by National Cooperative Bank will be taken over by the First Cooperative Bank. We have the rigorous recovery procedures which we normally follow, and we are the best and top recovery mechanism bank in the UCB sector, which will be operating for another 1.5 year. And we are hopeful and we are sure that we will recover whatever is the amount given to the borrowers and which has remained unrecovered till this day. We have a strong recovery mechanism. Our experience is as soon as any weak bank gets merged into the Cosmos Cooperative Bank, surprisingly, borrowers, those who are defaulters, those who are not paying for a longer period when that bank is closed for 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, come forward on their own, and to avoid the litigation, they come forward, they come for settlement, and they deposit the amount there in the loan account. So recovery procedure is just because it has been handed over to Cosmos, we will have a great comfort in this recovery procedure to the borrowers also. I will also request the borrowers to come forward on their own to avoid the litigation and minimize the cost at the both end, at the cost of the bank and at their cost. They should come forward because it is the society's money which is being enjoyed by them, and they are responsible to repay it at earliest date. And we need support from all sectors, depositors, well-wishers, government machineries, and media as well, regarding all these recovery procedures, also regarding building up the trust of the depositors in this oldest and the second largest cooperative bank.
How much questions ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಕೇಳಬಹುದು ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ಬರಾಗಿ NPA how much ಇದೆ
National Bank 43%. Net result in NPA of both the banks' balance sheet merged together is well within the lines as expected by the RBI. Therefore, only RBI has given this permission. So both balance sheet, if but what will be the effect on Cosmos, that has been already studied by the Reserve Bank of India. We will be well within the margin, and that will be for a certain period of say 15 months or 18 months. We will improve on it because we are going to make a harsh recovery.
Sir, what about the shareholders?
This is the merger in the interest of the depositors' interest protection. RBI looks after the depositors' interest. Other stakeholders like employees, I would particularly say, employees, borrowers, and shareholders are not taken care of under this kind of voluntary mergers.
But there is chances of getting the money shareholders in future?
No, as on this date, if the capital is already lost by the shareholders of the NCB, by no provision of law, they are entitled to get any amount against their capital investment in the NCB. This is as per the circular and sufficient provisions which are sufficiently clear in that.
The chances are very less.
I am not saying less, they are zero.
What is the present depositors? The previous depositors are converted into Cosmos customers. If they wanted to withdraw full amount, it is possible to withdraw, or they can retain some amount. What is the
depositors' money lying with erstwhile National Cooperative Bank was demand deposit. We normally call it as a term deposit, but in technical terms, it is demand deposit. So repayable on demand. So any point of time, the depositors come, he is entitled to get back his money. So demand deposit with National, which were under stress, are being taken over by the Cosmos. So it is a demand money. Their interest as well as principal is payable on demand by the Cosmos Cooperative Bank, and we are strong enough to take care of this kind of contingency or any kind of demand of this few depositors or all depositors at a point of time.
You are ready for
That
that?
is that's what I said. That is the strength that has been assessed by Reserve Bank of India. Then they only give the permission for the merger. Otherwise, if 35 is applicable and deposits withdrawal is restricted, if tomorrow it's come to me and total 800 crores are required, we are capable enough, that is assessed by the Reserve Bank of India, and then only in the interest of protecting the depositors, RBI permits this. So that has been assessed. But I'd like to share this point of time our experiences in last 18 mergers. Deposit withdrawal after the date of the merger with the customers of any big bank is not more than 6 to 7%. Is not more than 6 to 7%. And we are very hopeful considering the depositors that we have learned in last week's time. We have studied the portfolio of the depositors. We are sure that the withdrawal will be not more than 5% and which will be only for the necessities, bare necessities, or just to test whether the customers is eligible and capable of refunding the deposit. We are expecting the net withdrawals of net necessities, prime necessities will not be more than 5%.
Because of the trust of the bank.
That is, I would like to share within last 3 hours, we have started our banking hours at 9:30 till 12 o'clock in most of the branches which are major depositors or major, say, Jayanagar, this particular Gandhi Nagar, this branch, we have got a fresh term deposit, fresh deposit of 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs. We have got a savings account and we have current deposit account also opened in just 2.5 hours time. That is the faith that the depositors of the society has got in customers. We have worked hard on it in making know-how about the customers to the depositors and to the society. And we are not, people are not there in the branches to withdraw, but to have new savings account, new current account, and new FDs are done at the customers. So that is a customers culture, and that is reflected through service also. Along with the NCB staff, along with the erstwhile NCB staff, which we have from today, is the Cosmosian, proud Cosmosian staff. Along with that, the team of Cosmos erstwhile Cosmos staff is also has joined in serving at various branches. I am thankful to the depositors, those who have shown faith on the very first day and deposited on our various branch account. I would need and I would seek your support for this, that the faith is there of the depositors on the good urban cooperative banks. That I would like to support, because in the interest of the depositors, not only the regulators, not only the board of the weak bank or board of the strong bank plays role, but you media person play a larger role than even the regulator and the bankers.
Sir, any new scheme for any senior citizen in your coming days? Any plan is there?
Sir, this is the scheme that what we have offered. Already scheme is there. Already
I
scheme
heard
is
that some 10-year scheme you are going to start.
yeah. That is not a deposit scheme. I will make it clear. LTSB, long-term subordinate bonds, is a solution for investing. I am not using the word depositing. Is investing with the Cosmos Bank for a longer tenure of 10 years at the rate of 9.3%. 9.3%. 9.25% is the rate offered with quarterly payout, but it is not a deposit, it is a bond. This is a successful series of 10th time. Earlier, 5 bonds were issued and their repayment has been done already in time. 6, 7, 8 are still in due dates are yet to fall, and this is the 10th where LTSB is a bond investment scheme is offered to the depositors from 18th of January. From 18th of January, that is our anniversary date, we are launching a bond investment scheme which will give return of 9.25% quarterly repayable, but it cannot be premature, no loan can be taken. So there are issues because it is a bond, it is not a deposit.
National Bank faculty continue this kind.
National Bank faculty is going to be continued. but say with a different work culture. Because what we are stressing upon, I am continuously saying that Cosmos has a unique work culture which we have adopted and developed over a period of years. That culture will be adopted by the staff of the National Cooperative Bank, and n number of training sessions are being done for upgrading them on the skills as well as the technology. But you will have the same staff.